Hello guys, today I will talk to you about this 2020 X5 40i. It's got the M Sport package and a bunch of other packages. And I got this car, I didn't buy it yet, but I got it from CarMax for the 24-hour test drive. So I'm thinking about trading my M5 for this X5. But it's got some stuff, so let's go about the interior here. This Phaetonic blue, it's very beautiful. At night you don't really see it much, but during the day in the sunlight, it is gorgeous. Really turning, and it's metallic as well. It's got the blackout package, you know, the satin black there, gloss, and all around here, black here. And I think the headlights black on the inside as well, and then you get the black grill, black everything. That's supposed to be different color. Usually it's like some other color, lighter color. This car has the air suspension, so you can see the air shock over there. So it's kind of sucks a little bit because, okay, this is an M Sport package, and then the M Sport comes with a M dynamic, you know, like M electronic damping, and the car would be a little bit lower, even though you can lower this, but I think the electronic dampers would probably be better. I don't know. This one is very comfortable in city, but at highway it seems to be a little floaty. Anyways, we got this 360 cam. This is black as well, and body color matching here. There's some lighting here. It's got the carpet lights that you see we have here. I think the previous owner probably made these black and put a fake M badge here, which I don't like. But anyways, so one thing you notice about here, so you can see the bumper. You can see behind the bumper, and I really do not like that. So it's like the gap is not well, and you can see it's fitting where it's supposed to fit. Like this is, it cannot go any further more, but it's really ugly. And you know, water will drip in and whatever here, you can see it. Just the fact that you can see it is pretty annoying. You get a blacked out trim here and blacked out exhaust as well. And you can see it's got the dual exhaust. Lots of bracing down there. Everything looks fine. See? And let's see here. Even the previous owner did this. But anyways, so you have the double clamshell hatch, and you have the button here to lower the car down, so you can open this, and then you can press this. Should lower the car down. So it's lowering the front right now. Now it should lower the back. This is all the way. I think this is the lowest setting possible. And then when you're done loading, you just press this, and you see it going up. So the back comes first, and then the front. And you press this. It's electronic, so this car has a spare tire, which is exactly how I would spec it myself. Cannot drive without a spare tire, but anyways, it's very nice to see the tow hook here, and that's it. Otherwise you would have a more storage if you don't have the spare tire. A medical kit here, I think. Shopping bag, latch. This is to drop the seats down, and to drop this other seat. And there's another latch here. There's a 12-volt socket here, and there's this. You can cover the Do you have anything you don't want others to see while you're driving and parking somewhere? You can see there's some dirt here, I guess. It's almost hitting the garage. Almost. These are tinted by factory. So these are not tinted. And then you can see here. See? So this is a 2020 but late 2019 build, and you can see it's got the soft closing doors, which they're not offered right now on the X5. So I was shopping for a brand new car and brand new build, put my options. The automatic, soft automatic close is not offered due to COVID and the timelines, and it's a mess. Anyways, this has the full merino leather. And it's very, very soft and nice. It's just like similar to the M5 I have, so it feels like home. But anyways, got the leather dash option as well. And let's see the window sticker here for a bit. All right, so let's see what we got. We have the base price, $61,200. There's a Paytonic Blue Metallic, extended merino leather, driving assist pro package. So that's, you get the adaptive cruise control, and luxury seating. You get the ventilated and multi-contour seats, and the massaging as well. Massaging is okay, you know, it's a little bit overrated. The ventilation is okay. I have it in the M5, and it's just a fan pumping air through the holes. So anyways, then you got the M Sport package, that's $57.50, and then the executive package, and it's got, you know, all these options: the soft automatic closers, panoramic, sky lounge, LED. It's nice at night. I'll upload a different video for that. And also, it's a little overrated, but it's nice nonetheless. It's okay. You wouldn't miss it if you don't have it. Heating cool cup holders. Now that option is no longer available. Like, it's not offered anymore due to COVID. It just really sucks. But anyways, I wish they have it. So that's what makes me go towards a used car. You get the laser lights, Park Assist Plus, wireless charging, gesture control, blah blah blah. 3D view, that's very important. Now the 3D view is part of another package called, you know, Parking Assistant Pro or something like that. So it's not with the executive package anymore. Anyways, got the optional 22-inch wheels, M Sport brakes, transmission, 2-air axle. It's funny, this was a $150 option. But I wouldn't have it, but whatever. Glass controls, $650. So now the glass controls are part of the executive package currently. If you go spec an X5, that's what you get. Anyways, what else do we have here? Travel and comfort system, not really sure what that means. Rear heated seats, heated armrest, so when the passenger turns on their heated seats, just this will come on, not both of them, just this. So the S-Class we have in the house, this whole thing will get hot when one person turns on the heated seats. Whereas this one, only one, so that's really, really nice. And this will get hot as well. So yes, very, very, very good. What else do we have here? Individual piano black trim, $1,080. I don't know why you would option the piano gloss black. I do not like it. It's I mean, I'm sure, I don't know if you know, but it's really hard to keep clean, and I don't know. Anyways, whatever. Leather dashboard, that's an 850. Auto dimming, exterior mirror, blah blah blah. What else do we have? Harman Kardon, A75, and the Harman Kardon in this car is better than the other Harman Kardon like I've had in the F90 M5 and the 2018 M550 that I've had a long time ago. I don't know, but this one is definitely better. It sounds nice. It sounds really good. Well worth the expense. Extended shadow trim, $350. That's still an option right now. So anyways, it comes up to be 84,450 for this car. It's insane. The mileage MPG is not really that great. Surprisingly, my M5 gets better MPG. So that's a little interesting. Anyways, you have these here door sills with M lit up. They're okay. They don't seem very sturdy like the Mercedes S-Class. The other one we have, like that one, if you do this, your finger will hurt you. But here it's just plastic all around. And remember, this is assembled in the USA. Says there's an airbag here. So you're paying a BMW price to get a car assembled here. But unfortunately, that's how it is. Extended leather, I think you get leather here instead of Sensitech. So this is all leather, and you can tell from the touch of it. Very nice leather here. Here it's just rubber, it's soft rubber, unlike the X3. It's hard rubber, but this part is hard. This part is soft, but the X3, this whole part is hard. So, but yeah, I wish this was soft as well. Anyways, get piano gloss here, some ambient lighting here, and some over there on the door handle, and you'll get some ambient lighting underneath here as well. You can see in my night drive video. Multi-contour seats, very adjustable. This is for the extension here. One thing, like my M5 seats is longer. It's a little more comfortable. This one here, the seat part, because you really don't sit on this part anymore. There's this gap here. It's a little annoying. The seat part is small, or maybe my butt is big, I don't know, but the seat part is definitely smaller than the M5. And I was hoping that the X5 would be just similar or better than the X3, but the X3 also has small seats. I don't know. But anyways, it is comfortable nonetheless. Let's see here. The door feels substantial. And so one problem is, like, this will get dirty, and then your pants will get dirty getting in and out. So the M Sport, you cannot have the side, the step part. So here you can see we got the I forgot what these are called, but you know what it is. There is you can buy an adapter, so you can put something here that holds an iPad or a screen or whatever, and you have USB-C, so that's very good. We got heated seats in the back, dual zone here, so total is quad zone temperature in the car. And you can see there that's where the subwoofer is. So there is a subwoofer under each speaker, under each seat. There's one there, one on the passenger side, and that's the hole for the ventilation. It's quiet. It's very nice here, and it doesn't seem claustrophobic. There's a lot of windows, and the moonroof panoramic is big. You can see these are the lights that change. They got the same color from whatever you have settings for the rest of the ambient light, and there's not many options. There's maybe like 7 colors or something. That's about it. I wish there was more, but anyways, it's really nice, very comfortable here in the back seat. More comfortable than the X3, to be honest with you. And you get the merino leather. It's got a distinct smell and a distinct touch and feel to it than the normal Viscara or something. I forgot what they call it. There's a speaker here, and some ventilation here as well, if you can see it. And the leg room is pretty good. Mind you, I'm only 5'8", so I'm not a tall guy. but there's definitely decent room out here. Pocket. And yeah, I think there is ambient lighting underneath this piece on each seat, which is pretty cool. And you get ambient lighting here as well. Let me see if I can bring it on. Yep, there it is. And let's see, there it is. Very nice. And you can see here the ambient lighting, these two lines. Over there, the footwell on both passenger and driver. And over there, you can see here down below and up here. It's very, it looks classy, it looks nice. It looks nice. And you can turn it off, you know, you can turn it off. So anyways, you can see the light here on the panoramic roof that goes. It seems to be stronger, like more pronounced near the edges, and then, you know, it gets lighter towards the middle. But yeah, it's, you know, personally I would rather have just clear glass, so when you look there are no these dots annoying. But yeah, anyways, let's see. You require octane 91, I think 89 minimum. So I don't think you can put regular gas in it, seems like. Anyways, this has the optional 22-inch, and you can see there's 315 in the back. They are non-run flats because you come with this pair. So these have a non-run flat tire, and even though it's 315, it doesn't look that big. It's really interesting. Just, I don't know, my M5 wheel is 285, I think, or 295, and it just looks a little bit bigger, wider than this. But anyways, 275 in the front. And we have the laser lights here. At night, I post a video for the night driving. They are good. I mean, they are better than the normal icon LED, but these are best in Europe because their laws don't have a lot of restrictions like here in the US, so their full potential is not really touched here. You can't really feel the full potential of it in the States, but in Europe they're definitely better because the laws are different, so the laser really shines further. So anyways, but they are better than the icon adaptive LED headlights, but not by miles, you know. The regular X5 will have a normal LED with just like the cups here, that's the bottom part. I have not seen those at night, but I read online that they are very good. But with these lights you get the turn signal on here, like an eyebrow. And the front, you get LED fog lights. There's an opening here, cooling. There is a tow hitch cover here that's missing. And there's more cooling, more, you know, channels to channel the air. That's the radar for the active cruise control. And that's the front camera. I think it's got a lot of chips from road chips, and you can see it everywhere. You can see here the active grill is shut right now, but it'll come on once the car warms up. Another hole here for the side curtain, the air. There is no ventilation here, as you can see. I think that's reserved for the M50i or the X5M version, where you'll have two radiators, one here and one here. This one has only one working. Okay. Parking sensors everywhere. So reflector here. What else do we have? Let's see. driver side. So you get the blind spot monitoring, or that's the triangle here. Previously when I put these, I'm not a big fan, but anyways. So you have the seat massagers here, and that's for the passenger. You can turn it on. Memory, lock, unlock, fold mirrors. But this generation, it folds when you lock the car. It's an option in the iDrive. You can see here the plastic is in pretty good shape. It's not like previous BMWs. Usually like this will itch. You know, it'll have like a lot of fingernail marks and whatnot. It looks ugly, but this one looks like they done a better job with it. Again, carbon carbon sounds pretty good. We have the lights here, so there's no more knob like normal cars, you know, or the previous BMW X5s. So you set the auto here. That's for the fog light, and that's for the low beam, and that's for DRLs, I guess. This is, you know, it'll turn on the right side. So if like we're turning, usually when you're turning the steering wheel, it'll turn the right light and the left light. Like there's a small light here, this here. So this, when this turns, it shines on the road, like this corner here, so you can see when you're turning. And that's it really. The leather dash I just showed you in the option, it's softly padded. The head-up display, now the head-up display is really cool. It's pretty big. I'll show you here in a little bit. Here's the seat. The car has 18,000 miles. Seems a little worn out than usual, but that's the problem, because you're hopping in the car and out of the car. There's nothing to stand on here and nothing to hold on to get out. It's a little high, so unfortunately this will just get worn out over time. There's no way around it, unfortunately. Anyways, we have the sport pedals here with M badging. And so here we have the live cockpit. So this comes standard on any X5, and this one says emergency call system malfunction. I'm not really sure what it means, but I'll Google it and find out. The screen is very sharp. The graphics very nice and very vivid. I don't know if you can see it through the phone, but probably not. But in person, it's bright and it's nice. Not sure what it's saying here. Ah, I see. All right. Anyways, here we have the crystal controls. You can see this lights up. The X lights up at night, but not the whole thing, just the X. It's nice looking. It's nice looking. Right now it comes with the executive pack, so you don't have to pay for it, but otherwise it's a $650 option. You can see here that's the auto hold. These are the drive modes: sport, comfort, eco, pro, adaptive. So this car, the sport, has a sport plus because it's got the M Sport package, and the regular X5 does have electronic damping control standard, but the M Sport has a better M dampers, M electronic dampers, so it's a little bit better than the normal electronic dampers. Anyways, that's for the engine auto off, so you can turn it off here, parking sensors and the camera, and that's for the traction control. This is for the hill descent, and that's the parking brake, and that's for the air ride. So you can control, you can, you know, move it up, move it down at speeds like highway speeds. It will not go to the lowest setting, it will not let you, but it'll go to the next low setting, this one here, and you feel the ride is a little more rough, but I just don't think it would feel the same if it got the adaptive M suspension. Honestly, I have not driven one with that, but anyways, that's what I'm thinking. You get the glass here on the iDrive rotary knob here. So you have the heated and cooled cup holders. I have not tried them yet, but whether they work or not, I'm not really sure. And there is the charging pad here, wireless charging. So I mean, you can see it's not huge. When you put your phone, my phone, this one I have right now is the XS, so it's actually small. But even then, it's not really tiny. So it comes up to here. So you know, if you have a bigger phone, it might not even fit in this hole. So I'm not sure what's the purpose. They should have made this whole thing a wireless charging, you know, like the whole flat area, and then just move the USB down. What do you call this? The edge here is really thin, very nice mirror. The mirrors, however, these are a little small for the car. I wish they were a little bit bigger. For some reason, I feel that my M5 has better like mirror usability, even though they are not this big. But somehow, I think maybe the body of the car, because it's smaller, somehow it feels better to look at. I'm not sure, but they are a little small when you're outside driving. Anyways, but you have here good visibility overall. There's a big chunk over there. Just here and that there, but nonetheless, the car is pretty good and has the tech to help you out while you're driving. The steering wheel, this has the M Sport steering wheel. Again, the previous owner looks like he really loves the black. Black everything, black everywhere, even the emblems. But anyways, this is leather as well, leather wrapped steering wheel, feels nice. Heated steering wheel, got the M badge here, and you have here, you can change the mode. I think the mode from like the assistance, the driving assistance, and then that's your cruise control, and you can have a cruise at the limit. So you click this and it'll just set the limit for the cruise control, and it'll just, the limit changes, you know, the car accelerates, the limit goes down, the car decelerates and deals with everything on the road. It's pretty good actually, and that's what I like about this car, is the technology. It's got a lot of technology and a lot of safety, you know, for family and whatnot. Anyways, they gave me the car full, and I drove it home, and then I drove around maybe 20 miles around as well after that, and I already lost a quarter of the tank. So it's a little bit weird. It is saying the range is 339 miles for 3/4 of the tank. I think that's a little low, but the car is heavy, and these fat tires, you know, don't help with the rolling resistance. They definitely have higher rolling resistance than narrower tires. But yeah, I mean, compared to my M5, which is a V8, almost 600 horsepower, and gets better gas mileage than the X5. I found that to be a little interesting. Anyways, we got, you know, the headlights here. Everything is LED in this car. I still don't like this material. I don't know what it's called exactly, but it's like you can file your nails on it. It's really rough, and they don't have the Alcantara option on this car, but the M50, I think you can option the Alcantara. It's like 600 something or $800, and so on the X7 you can option it as well. But yeah, I wish it wasn't this material. The mirror is pretty good. The light there, the card here, you can put your cards or whatever. And this looks like it's broken or something. I don't know. Or maybe it's about to break. It doesn't look happy the way it's sitting. Anyways, you can see here, it's got the, I think it says BMW individual, if this can focus. And I think you get this badge when you order the piano glass. And you have here this screen is black when the car is off. When you turn it on, turn it off, that shows you the temperature. So you have the parking valet mode you can activate, which is pretty cool, but you need to have a profile. And then there is the ventilation, and the car will ventilate when it's hot, you know, it'll keep the temperature at a certain limit you can set in the settings. And then you can actually ventilate the car remotely through the app, which is very, very handy in summer. You're shopping, you know, your car is parked somewhere outside, and you can turn on the ventilation, and the car will ventilate to keep it, you know, it's not gonna cool it down like too much. It's not gonna turn the AC on or something, but it'll ventilate it, so it'll be a little bit more bearable than when there's nothing going on in there. And it would turn on the engine actually if the battery seems to run low, to conserve the power and keep the battery charging. Anyways, let's go ahead and start it again. Engine start is here, not here like usual. You can see that's the new dash. You have the speed on the left, the RPM on the right side. This seems to pop. I don't know if the normal M Sport would pop this much, the exhaust. So I have a feeling that this car has some sort of software, you know, like the MHD or whatever, I don't know. But I have no way to tell. Anyways, as you can see, 18,000 miles. Now it shows you who's not wearing the seatbelt, you know, being a bad boy. And, even if the seatbelt is released back then, but there's a person, it will actually beep. Lots of settings in here. You have the general settings, so that's usually your, you know, there's like, you can have it on or off. A reminder, like if you leave your phone and get out of the car, it'll beep. It'll remind you that you left your phone in there. Remote software upgrade, you can check remotely. I checked, but this is the latest. There's no update for it. Sound is great. So here's some interesting option. So you have the surround. So it's got the Logic 7 surround with the Harman Kardon, but you have this surround here, and it gives you like some kind of like airy openness feel in the cabin. It sounds really nice. I was surprised. Treble, the bass sounds really good. And then you have option to equalize. You can have an equalizer here for all these channels. And volume settings, so like speed, you know, speed dependent, blah blah blah. And then you have the driving mode, and you can, you know, so you can hear damping is sport. You have sport comfort, steering sport, engine. You have sport and sport plus and comfort, and then you have the transmission, comfort or sport plus. It becomes like unneededly violent in sport plus mostly. The shifts are really violent and not very enjoyable, you know, in a car like this. Maybe in an M50 it's nicer when you have a lot of power, but on a 6-cylinder here, it's I don't know, whatever. Anyways, Eco Pro, there are some settings here. You can, you know, because the M Sport package gives you the damping option. On a normal X5, you only have the steering. You won't have the damping option to make it different. And then you have a bunch of stuff here, you know, coasting, blah blah blah. All right, now you have exterior lights, and you can set them up here and how long you want them to be set. And then you have the driving assistance. You can yeah, so like when you come close to the lane or whatever, it'll vibrate. Parking maneuver, there's some settings here, cross traffic warning, and it's very, very interesting. It's very good actually, really nice options. Driving, steering assistance, so you can tell it to it'll either steer for you or prevent you from steering. So it's very interesting. You might like some things, you might not like something. I don't like the vibration, for example, but anyways, you can set here, you know, forward collision mitigation, early or late, and then you can set side collision warning on or off, and the lane departure warning, and steer intervention. So this has the evasion assistance. So if you're trying to change lane or you're changing lane by mistake or whatever, there's a car next to you, it'll actually steer you back into the lane. It won't let you steer, which is a very nice feature. Display, so here you can, head-up display. You can change the height, for example, so you can actually lower it up and down, if you can see it. And it displays a lot of information right now because there's no phone connected. But your Spotify, when you're using the Apple CarPlay and the Android Auto, I'm assuming, you'll actually get the navigation here. So that's very, very beautiful. It's not the navigation of the car, it's your Apple CarPlay navigation, or your CarPlay navigation is appearing here step by step, and you can have it appear here as well. And when you're trying to change songs on Spotify or whatever, it'll display the menu here for you, and you can see it. It's actually this thing is pretty big. Like it's decently sized, and it displays a lot of information. Anyways, you can change the height of it, so that's really nice. Rotate it, and then you can decide what information, like you can tell it to put the navigation or not, and the driving assistance, the like auto cruise control, speed limit view, your current speed, stuff like that. It's very, very nice. And then you can change displays on the instrument panel, so that's your that's the middle one, and then you can set it to what show for you display assisted driving, and then you can toggle between stuff. Head-up display, we already talked about that. Display control, brightness here, you can turn it off. Anyways, it's very sharp. Door here, for locking automatically, unlocking automatically, and then you can set the tailgate height. That's tailgate here, so you can set the tailgate height. For me, I would probably have to set it lower because it almost hit the garage door. But anyways, you can set it to open both or just one when you open the tailgate button. And then you have your interior lights, so ambient lighting, you turn it on, you turn it off. And then colors, there's not a lot of options, and so this would give you white on top and orange at the bottom, and same like with this one, they give you this option. Anyways, like I find it to be a little interesting. Dynamic light dimmed for night driving, so at night it dims a little bit. It's not very pronounced, but you can see in my video night driving, I had it off, so it looks really, really cool. Anyways, we have here seat comfort, driver seat, passenger seat, so you can the seat setting when you touch the thing, the controls, and then the seat massage, and there's like a bunch of stuff here, hip activation, and it's a bunch of bags that being inflated with air, so it's not like an actual dedicated massage seat or somebody actually rolling on your back. It's not the same, but it's okay. I guess it helps circulating the blood, I guess, if you're on a long drive, so it's there if you need it. That's the seat and armrest heating, how much intensity do you want it, and you can select like you want it to be evenly spread or more to the top and more to the bottom, things like that, and you can decide if you want the heated armrest or not. And the passenger as well. The rear occupants do not get heated armrest, so that's FYI. But in our Mercedes, the S-Class, rear passengers get the heated armrest, door and the middle. So that's more points for comfort for Mercedes. Anyways, air quality here, you can tell it, fresh air or automatic, blah blah blah, heating, ventilation, and you can control like the driver, passenger, and the second row. Synchronize both the driver and passenger if you want. See how again, also other stuff. And then here you can program what you want the key to do when you hit the tailgate button, for example. open both, or just the bottom or the lower. And when you unlock it, unlock all doors or just the driver door, which when one click does the driver door, 2 clicks, a second click would do all doors in that case. But this one, they have it to unlock all of them. So that's pretty much the car settings here. And then you have here the experience mode. I put this, and now we have, so it's closing the top part, and turn on the heating, not the heating, sorry, the ventilation. And I guess there are some settings here. Let's see. What do we get? Seat ventilation, climate control, sun protection, background changing, music, no change. I see. So, or it'll play from its own thing. And yeah, looks like the lighting even changed. So it made it blue. Anyways, end mode, and now everything goes back to normal. Same with the other stuff. This here, vitalize, relax. I think vitalize, it opens the doors and windows. Sorry, opens the windows, and turn up the AC or something like that. So cool, cool down, gives you that feeling to keep you awake a little bit. Relaxing, probably a little cozy. Driver profiles, regular owner's manual. You can access anything here you want, and with some video clips as well on some operations. And yeah, and this gives you some information, your trip data, consumption. You can see, you can select data since refueling, which was yesterday, and it'll show you. I was getting 17.9 miles per gallon. Wasn't really driving it that hard, but I think it's a little too low. And you get, what do you get? You get the sport displays here. Gives you the horsepower and torque. Driving style analysis. Available in Eco Pro, X View, so that gives you, the angulation of the car and the compass here, which direction you're going. Pretty cool. Energy flow, it'll show you probably where the energy is flowing, each wheel, front, back, etc. So, and that's about it. This gives you the tire pressure is interesting. So it gives you, the pressure and whole year of the tires, perform reset. Okay, so it doesn't give you the temperature of the tires, which is interesting. My M5 gives you the pressure and the temperature of each tire. This gives you only the pressure, looks like. Engine oil level, and you can measure it. I measured it yesterday, it was good. Control messages, and it gives you the any fault codes. This one here saying you need to stop by the dealership to actually get it looked at. Required services, so brake fluid and all that stuff when you expect to do some maintenance. They are a little too small, and too small, the footprint is small, so it's confusing between these two here. Mostly you think this is the temperature, but then you're pressing the wrong one, and vice versa, and they're just a little small. It takes your eyes off the road a little bit. I like the temperature knob more. And I noticed here, this is just for the venting, like it's open or closed, but there is no temperature. You go here, that's for, I see. So if I click the bottom, it turns on the AC, and here it turns it off. Okay. But yeah, there is no temperature control for these two vents like usually all BMWs have that. I don't see it here. And anyways, this is the seat cooling. You can hear the fan coming on, but if you want the seat heating, it won't happen. You have to actually click here. So I don't know if you can have both on, but I want that. So yeah, so now when you toggle, it'll toggle the heating only. If you want the cooling, you have to touch the screen. Which is, I don't know. Some people might like it, some people won't like it, but anyways. That's here all the features in this car. The camera, you can set it to come on at like certain spots. So like when you're approaching your driveway, you can click the camera and you can set active points, activation point. It'll activate it whenever you hit that point on the GPS. So that's nice. So you don't have to every time, you know, press the to bring it out, press the button to bring the camera out. Another helpful feature I have been using, as you can see, the garage is very small, narrow opening here. I don't know why they do that in Texas, but whatever. Now, one helpful feature I have been using, I'm gonna try to use it while I have you here. So we're gonna put it in reverse, and then I'm gonna hit the backup assistant. Let's see if you can see it. I'm gonna hit this, and now you can see all I have to do now is operate the pedal and the brakes. You can see these lights here, that means it's active. So now I have my foot on the brake, so now I'm gonna release and the car will do its thing. It's really rough going in this garage, so I'm glad it's got this feature. You can see here, it's so, but it is managing. And voila, we're out of the garage. And then you can, you know, just put it in park, and that's it. So you don't have to fuss going out of a tight spot. This garage is so tight, you know, but anyways, this feature is really very helpful. So I'm very happy that this car has it. The X3 does not have this, but mind you, the X3 is much smaller size, so it'll be more manageable. It was worth trying it for the 24 hours. I'm glad CarMax has that feature, and it's very helpful. I highly recommend you using it, because you never know what you might find, what you might like and dislike about the car. You know, we're all different people. We all like certain things and dislike certain things, and after you buy the car, you know, you're like, oh, I can't return it. You settle down for it. But the 24-hour, I think it should be standard across all dealerships, honestly. Hello guys. So this is 2020. It's got 18,000 miles. I took it from CarMax for their 24-hour test drive. I'm considering purchasing this car and trading my M5 for it, but I'm not sure yet. You can see this model here has a lot of tech. Collision evasion, side collision evasion, front collision mitigation, and this has the active cruise control, active driving assistant pro, so it's even more extended. You get the radar, you know, so it'll feel further down than just the camera, because the other basic system uses the camera. So if you have sun, if you have glare, whatever, it might not work properly. So anyways, this car is equipped with an air suspension, and I'm not sure if I really like it, because it's a little floaty, a little bouncy. It's very comfortable in city driving, but when you're on the highway speeds and there's lots of winds outside, today is interesting, but the car it's hard to stay in lane. So I don't know if the car has a problem, or this is part of having the air suspension, the floaty ride. And you can change the height settings here. There are limits to which settings you can go. You can't go to the lowest setting at highway speed, because the suspension will just bottom out. so the car will not let you, but it'll go lower. And when you put the sport mode, it'll go to the next lowest setting automatically. Then when you put it back in comfort, it'll go back to 0, which is the middle setting. But anyways, the car will try to steer. You can see that safety wise is very, very good. So it's putting me back in the lane, and it tries to autonomously drive for you, but not necessarily. You cannot really depend on it 100%. And you can, I think you can. So now it'll cruise control for you. Click the button, and it'll use the speed limit. So now it'll just follow the speed limit. The speed limit is 60. The car dropped to 60. And now let's go ahead and it is a little confusing. Now it speeds up. It'll keep it in lane. It'll, be in pace with the car in front of you because of the radar. So the car in front of us slows down. Now it's slowing down on its own. Not sure if it's going to keep going, so now it keeps going, and it'll help with the lane keep assist on its own. It vibrates, but it'll try to keep the car in the middle, and it'll beep, if your hands are not on the steering wheel. This here will flash. Overall, it's got a lot of tech. You get the same, the blind spot monitoring, the side collision standard on the basic model without the active driving professional. But anyways, forget about this here. Got a nice pickup. We're in comfort mode still. Hit the 80, no problems. But this is where things get a little annoying because the car is very bouncy. It's hard to keep it in the center. You find yourself always correcting the steering wheel, all the time. And I'm not sure, again, if this is the air suspension or not, but the M Sport package comes with an M adaptive suspension, so I don't know why you would get M package with air suspension. For the comfort, you can have it on a normal X5. I don't know why you would want to get the M Sport package with the air suspension. It's really beyond me. But anyways, it is definitely more comfortable on the bumps in the city. You don't feel nothing really. It's really, really nice. This car has 22-inch wheels, and you still hardly feel any bumps on the road. My driveway, and everything, it's so much, barely feeling it compared to the M5. Other than that, you have your new iDrive, your navigation prompts. You can actually see the arrow on the head-up display. So now, even though I'm using Apple CarPlay for the navigation to go back to CarMax and give them the car, it's actually popping on the head-up display and it's telling me in 4.1 miles, take a ride. It's really, really nice integration. This wasn't before, this wasn't available, but this newest BMW software is really nice, and you can have here. And there's a menu more, like if you have songs or whatever, it'll put up your Spotify list, and you can switch in between. It's really, really nice. The head-up display is big and displays a lot of useful information. The speed limit, your speed, the road speed limit, the navigation. And if you're having the cruise control on, it'll display, more information on that. But it's really, really nice. The tech in this car is very nice. You can see here, this got the extended merino leather package. Very, very nice leather on the doors here. It's got the optional leather dashboard wrapped. Very nice. It's got the luxury seating package, so you have ventilated and heated seats, and we have the glass controls here. They're nice, you're not missing anything if you don't have it, so don't worry, but they're nice. You can see it reflects some light when the sun hits it. It's like rainbow. When it hits it right, it'll reflect here, rainbow lights. But other than that, the car is quiet. There's some rough road here. Remember, these are 22-inch, 315 in the back, 275 in the front. Very fat tires. But the car is relatively quiet for this surface here. It's all chopped up. It's very comfortable. I'm feeling nothing. Really. It's so smooth. But right now we're doing 70 here. It's the only problem is when you go high and higher, like around 80, 85, and it's so windy. It's just the car doesn't feel sure-footed. You know, it doesn't feel solid on the road. It's not giving me that hefty feel. You know, like that it's on the ground glued, but it's not. It's just it's too much floaty. It's worse than the S-Class we have, and I mean, of course it will be because it's got the gravity, center of gravity is way higher than a normal sedan. But yeah, it's just with an M Sport package, I was expecting it to be more nimble and more finesse, you know. But the air suspension, I think, is really killing the deal for me here for this car. I just wish it didn't have it. It was a $150 option. The guy had to tick it, you know, but whatever. I think I'm not 100% sure yet on this car, but we'll see what we'll get for the trade-in. Anyways, other than that, there is a slight vibration. So that's a thing, I guess. When you're at a dead stop and you floor the car, there's a slight vibration. You can feel it in the seat. So it's coming from the rear end somewhere. And I googled this problem, and seems to be very common across all generations of X5. A lot of people complain about the same thing, and some of them turned out to be the half shafts, one of them or both of them. And the newer models seem to have the transfer case oil, so the dealer would change it to some other viscosity, I guess. No one really knows what it is because it's under warranty. They do it for you, but you don't really know what they use, and it seems to solve the problem. But it's a little bit disappointing for a car with this low miles that has this sort of issue.
At the next lights,
and
turn right.
In sport mode, it's less vibration. It's faint, but you can still feel it, but it's less. So what's the problem? I'm not really sure. Maybe the suspension is worn out somehow, something, I don't know. But other than that, the car is really nice. I mean, it's, you know, if you're trying to turn, like,
at the lights,
try it,
turn
it will
right onto
not let you turn.
SH71 West.
Very safe, you know, if you have, you know, your spouse, your kids, you got family. It's a very safe car. But it is that vibration thing is a little bit
in 5 miles,
annoying.
take the exit towards Burleson Road and Todd Lane.
And other than that, this car is it's got really functional stuff. These here are a little too small for my taste. You end up hitting this instead of this, or that instead of that, and it's just the rotary knob for temperature is way better than just keep pressing, you know, this up and down, and sometimes it responds to you and sometimes it does not. So now the vibration was in you can feel it in the back, but it's faint. It comes on at the very beginning for maybe like a second and a half, very, very short amount of time, but you'll feel it. And it's just knowing it's there, feeling it every once in a while is annoying. And at cruise, if you floor the car, like if it's a little more violent, I think you'd feel it more on the M50. But that's the thing, you'll still feel the vibration at some point. Depends on your speed, you know, depends on. I didn't feel it right now, but in some other scenarios, you keep testing and you keep trying, you'll feel it. It's really strange, but you'll feel it every time from a dead stop, that's for sure. But other than that, yeah, the car is really nice. Nice technology. It's quiet. Let's see if it's gonna turn the wheel. Is it gonna turn the wheel? It didn't turn the wheel. So don't rely on technology, you know, all the time. But yeah, it should work for the most part. Anyways, I hope you find this video helpful. If you have the same problem, the same car and the same problem with the vibration, please leave a comment below. Let me know if you actually were able to fix it and what was the solution. If you have previous generation and you had the same problem and you were able to fix it, please leave a comment as well. I'd like to know if it's very common. From searching on the internet, I saw pages and pages on the forums and the G05 forum as well. So it's not something unknown, unheard. I asked the BMW service advisor, he said I haven't heard it, but you know how they always deny things because they don't want to tell you, yeah, we have a problem in the car from factory or whatever. But he said that there might be a solution. So it sounds like they know about the problem, but they'll never admit it, like usual. But anyways, leave your comments and hope you like this video. See you in the next one.